SHefa is one of the 6 provinces of Vanuatu, located in the center of the country and including the islands of Epi and Efate and the Shepherd Islands. The province's name is derived from the initial letters of Shepherd and EFAte. It has a population of 78,723 people and an area of 1,455 square kilometers. Its capital is Port Vila, which is also the capital of the nation. History. In the 1860s, Havana Harbor, North Efate, was the center of development in SHefa, with cotton plantations the focus. With dwindling prices for cotton, agricultural administrators turned to maize and coffee, before settling mainly with coconuts and cattle, which are the main agricultural products today. The French and British continued to have conflicting interests in Vanuatu and decided upon a joint naval commission, or condominium, in 1887. With the joint court opened in 1910, it is still used today. Shefa Province was a strategic location during World War II for the mainly American troops. Major installments were placed on northern Efate along Havana Harbor, including Tanaliao, Siviri and Sama, and Sumatra Efate Islands, including Moso Island. Geography. The SHefa Islands are volcanic and limestone-raised reef in origin. The one active volcano in the province, on Epi, is only sporadically active, and other underwater and extinct volcanoes are scattered throughout SHefa. SHefa is made up of approximately 27 islands, Efate being the most populated and also the location of the Vanuatu capital, Port Vila. It is at the south end of the province and is surrounded by several smaller islands, including Aririki, Ifira, Eratap, Irakor, Eratilep, Eratoka, Lelipa, Moso, Nuna, Pele, Kakula, and Emao. To the north are the Shepherd Islands, a group that includes Naori, Eterik, Matashao, Mukura, Emai, Buninga, Tongariki, Tongawa, Uaz, and Laika. At the north end is the other large island in the province, Epi, as well as nearby Tifala, Namuka, and Layman. Some of these islands are uninhabited. There is plenty of reef accessible for snorkelers to the advanced diver, including Pango Wall and Meal Reef. There is even the opportunity to sight endangered species such as turtle and dugongs near Irakor Island and marine sanctuaries. Some of the SHefa islands have no permanent watercourses, and water must be collected for drinking and bathing from rainwater, which can be a tenacious exercise during dry years. The rivers of SHefa include the Tagabi, the Epi, and the Rentapa River. Marine sanctuaries are becoming an increasingly popular way to attempt to preserve marine life around SHefa, although traditional methods of conservation can be highly effective. This movement is also an attempt to increase tourism. Parks and sanctuaries include the Efate Land Management Area, the Nikaura Marine Protected Area on Epi, the Nuna Pele Marine Protected Area Network on Nuna and Pele, and the Hideaway Marine Sanctuary, Hideaway Island. Islands demographics. The capital of Vanuatu, Port Vila, is home to approximately 44,000 people, mostly the indigenous Ni Vanuatu, and SHefa home to an estimated 79,000 in the 2009 census. Both anecdotal and statistical information shows an increase in urbanization which doubled between 1967 and 1999. Most of Shefa's population resides in coastal areas, and Efate's interior is largely unoccupied. Politics. The SHefa Provincial Council headquarters are located in Port Vila. These humble offices house the political and administrative hub of the SHefa government. The representatives for SHefa Province number some 18 and are elected every 2 years, with the President, Vice President, Second Vice President, Third Vice President and Treasurer being nominated at the time. The current president is John Markle, representing Iraq or constituent. Culture. There are approximately 5 languages, apart from the national language of Islam, spoken over SHefa, including the Ifira, Meal, South Efate, Nakanimong of North Efate and Outer Efate Islands, Namaqua of Dongoa, and parts of the Epi and Efate language. French and English are also spoken widely through the province. Shefa Province is home to the Chief Wamata domain located in northwest Efate, covering the area from Manjalilui and Mangas to Lelipa Island to Eritoka Island. Chief Wamata domain was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008. It is the first such site to be inscribed in Vanuatu and is a popular attraction for tourists. The legend of Wamata speaks of a mighty chief who brought peace to Efate and its surrounding islands after years of clan fighting and warfare. Jealous of his status, the chief's brother shot him with a poison dart. Chief Wamata succumbed to the poison within Fell's Cave on Lelipa Island. He was then interred on Eritoka. Many still living men and women were buried alongside him. This oral history was passed down over 400 years until a French archaeologist confirmed the tale by excavating the burial site and found some 40 skeletons adorned with jewelry denoting high rank. There are no custom villages left in Shefa Province, that is, with people walking around in grass skirts and blowing conch shells on a daily basis. However, many traditional cultural practices are still strong in Shefa. Despite the inward-bound Western influence, people predominantly consume traditional foods, such as coconuts, bananas, and island cabbage, rather than packaged foods. Economy. Along with tourism and hospitality, subsistence agriculture and fishing are major economic activities. Hospitality venues include the many and increasing kava bars, or nakamals, that are dotted around Port Vila and Greater Shefa Province. Substantial financial boosts into communities generally come from land sales, which in turn incites land disputes and displacement from traditional lands, reducing the possibility for subsistence agriculture by some of the communities closer to Vila. Tourism. Shefa Province is the gateway for many tourists into other parts of Vanuatu. Underwater wonderlands, endangered aquatic species, lush bush, active volcanoes, living culture make up the diverse landscapes and experiences that await the tourist to Shefa Province. Specific tourist attractions include the Meal Mart Cascades, the world's first underwater post office off the shore of Hideaway Island, the Vanuatu Cultural Center, and tours to Chief Wamata's domain. Port Vila is noted for its many high-quality restaurants and international cuisine. As the main industry of Shefa Province, tourism and hospitality is gaining a lot of interest from Vanuatu as a potential business, and there are plenty of bungalows located throughout the province. The accommodation ranges from the flashy and boutique to the quaint and provincial to the rustic and island style and everything in between. The market for Shefa tourism is currently honeymooners, cruise shippers and couples, with the main drawcards for tourists being proximity to quality tourism infrastructure in Port Vila, Vanuatu culture, World War II history, and marine activities. With the wide and readily available bungalow market opening up, there is increasing potential for backpacker tourism within Shefa Province, Vanuatu and the entire South Pacific. Transportation. The roads are not regularly maintained, degraded, and the few sealed roads are located close to Port Vila. Funding from the Millennium Challenge account Vanuatu has been used to seal the entire ring road and satellite roads of EFAte. There are 5 airports in Shefa Province. The largest is the Bauerfield International Airport of Port Vila, serviced by numerous international carriers including Air Vanuatu, Qantas, Air New Zealand, and Fiji Airways. On Epi there are 2 regional airports, Layman Bay Airport and Valas-De Airport. In the Shepherd Islands there are 2 more, Tongoa Airport and Siwo Airport on EMAE. The regional airports are all serviced by Air Vanuatu. Major wharfs are located in Port Vila, EFAte, and Layman Bay at Epi Island, which are serviced by cargo and cruise ships.